Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I'm going to talk about something that just wowed me. I just went into a grocery store, and it's a chain grocery store, and I'm not going to name the one. Okay, I don't know if I can see around that truck there. But I went into it, and right off the bat, once again, I was pretty much just turned off. I've gone to there many times, but I was turned off because the produce squishy, like tomatoes that are real squishy, and it was early, which I found that I probably am going to continue to go when I go grocery shopping. Not there though. I got to stop thinking of going there, but to another one to go early, like. Right now it's 8:30, so whatever time I got there. But and then some of the stuff, like there's one kind of soda I like, and I thought they quit making it like a couple of years ago. During like 2020, somewhere around there. I think I had stopped being able to get it maybe late 2020 or early 2021, and this is July 2022. But they had some. Oh, this thing is gonna mess up. Yeah. But they had some, but some of it looked like it was wet, and then the sodas around there looked like they were, the packaging, like 12-pack can, the packaging looked wet. Okay, like it had been back in the back. Maybe they were wet, got wet, something. So anyway. I bought one of their cans, so I'm going to see if it has any fizz. What is going on? But anyway, that wasn't the thing that disturbed me. Then I, went to, like I said, I went through the produce, and it was like, I'm not buying this stuff. And I thought, I don't want to be this woman that complains anymore. I really don't. I'm tired of, like I've actually been there before, and I think it was that location even, and picked up, I don't remember which one, what vegetable it was, fruit or vegetable, but it had white mold on it. Yeah. Okay. Now, anyway, so there was the second thing, was that, well, the first thing was that deli wasn't open. Okay, I guess they have a certain time they open up. But the third thing, the fruits was the second thing. Well, there was another thing. One of the employees, just like at a different chain, they seem to think the customer has to move out of their way. I guess they're doing something like inventory, or maybe they're restocking. I don't know. But they seem to think that the customer needs to move for them. That is lack of customer service. That's wrong. The customer is there to buy. The customer there isn't there to work at all, period. But to have to move, that the employees, no, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. But what was the big thing that really, shocked me, and I have not seen this before, heard this before, I should say, heard, is I was walking toward, they have a little, meat, what is it called? The butcher's back there. The butcher you can see, and they have the meat, you can buy it by the pound and fresh, and all that. And he and another guy were talking to one another. They weren't heated. They weren't angry. They were joking about something, and they were throwing out one of them was throwing out the F-bomb and the H-bomb, I guess you could say. Yes. You're just cussing like you wouldn't believe, and they were joking, they were laughing. I have never seen that. Never have I been to any kind of restaurant where people, any kind of grocery store. This is a big chain grocery store, and people working there were allowed basically to use that kind of language, in front of customers, maybe in front of employees. I have never known that to be the case. Okay. And some people will say, well, cussing, no. That's just not appropriate. I'm sorry if I sound like Miss Manners, but no, that's not something, because there are little kids in the grocery store. There were little kids in the grocery store. And if you can't say something, if you're working in a place and you couldn't say that in a school, why are you doing it in front of customers like that? When there could possibly be kids there. Really? I mean, that's just, some things have just gone too far. And I'm a very open-minded person, but that's too far. I think about kids, I think about elderly people, and just anybody. Nobody needs to go into a grocery store, a chain grocery store, and hear somebody cussing and loudly. I wasn't at that, standing right there. I was down, probably, think of a whole meat section, all over. And I'd say 2 of them, because I was at the end, so it was, say, 2. And they were cussing. I could see them. I could look right there and see them. But that was, and then laughing, thinking it's funny. Wow. I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. Seriously, this kind of behaviors, the behavior of the people working and believing and like I said, this is 2 now. 2 different chains grocery stores that I've seen recently. I mean, the last time I went to buy groceries was at the other one, and the same thing happened. Like you're standing there, you just walked up, you're looking, and you're going to grab whatever whatever you're there to get, and an employee comes up with all those, they have those, what are they called? Little cartons or something, like milk cartons, but they have whatever in there. They may be doing inventory, they may be putting this stuff up, who knows? Because sometimes they look like they're doing inventory. They'll grab a product and they'll do a little machine on it. Maybe they're reordering. Whatever. I don't work there. I don't know. But the same thing had happened. They come up and say, excuse me. No, I'm the customer. I'm there to buy something. You can wait a second till I get my product. Whatever I'm about to get to put in my cart and buy. I just have a hard time believing why some people weren't trained appropriately. Why, and I am one to say, because there are too many people who won't call and complain about something like this. But how is the management going to be aware? Because they're obviously in meetings all day. Try to complain. Good luck. Yeah, they're not. They're in a meeting, or they're on the phone. So how are they going to find out what's going on? Because they're not out there with their employees checking on them. In my experience, that's not 100%, but I really cannot say I've ever seen a manager on the floor, as they would call it, working at any time I've ever been in a grocery store. I cannot remember ever that happening. I'm 59 years old. 41 years. Yeah. Plus, when I was with my mother when I was a kid. So, never seen him. So I don't know how they get trained. I really don't. There needs to be some training. You don't move customers out of your way. You don't stand there and throw out all the F-bombs and the H-bombs you want to. Yeah, that's wrong. Okay, but really, I mean, what I see these days is a lack of, I just had the word decency. Really, because cussing like that, and I mean, they were cussing, okay? Kids in the store, anybody in the store, it doesn't matter, but especially kids, to me. Okay, I've worked with kids, I've worked with elderly people, and people who are disabled, and that just, to me, is just wrong. But to me, it's wrong for anybody, okay, to do that to anybody. You're in a grocery store. This is not your home, sitting in front of the TV, watching football and yelling at them. Okay, where's the decency? Seriously. I know that on social media platforms I've seen people videos or people writing, whatever, and they just cuss up a storm, but that tells to me a lot about them. And I've heard people say that cussing, it's a sign of being a mature adult. What? Now, I'm not perfect in it. I haven't let one slip a time or two. But it's wrong to me. It is. I remember when I first saw it online on video, the woman kept tossing out those F-bombs, and she's my age group, and I'm going like, wow, they don't censor that, don't throw it out, because kids could watch it back then. And she actually said she doesn't care if kids watch it because that's reality. And she has been since then. I definitely know her for what she is, because I don't watch her anymore, but every once in a while I look on and she just keeps on, but she doesn't care. It's all about her. And that's that top to me, is people who think it's all about them and they don't care about others. And I could have just now said, a little cuss word in with that. They don't give a blank about others, but it's just, there are some people like me who, I'm not perfect, like I said it, I'm not perfect, and I catch myself, because it's just not decent to me. Okay, I worked with kids and elderly, so it's not my norm anyway, to cuss. But in a grocery store, seriously, I mean, it's like, what would you do if you went into a restaurant and the wait staff come and said, "What do you blanking want?" I mean, I'm laughing because it's ridiculous that people think this is okay. It really, this kind of behavior is okay. It's not okay. It says a lot about you, a lot more about you than it does. It just says a lot about you, and it is not good. It is not. That's my opinion. And some people say, well, I actually had that happen. I did a video that it was a character that I had that had the attitude that, people who cuss, especially if it's in some group that is for people who are survivors, of some kind of like verbal abuse or anything like that, and yet they're cussing like that. That's a trigger to some people. And then there are people who will say, it doesn't matter, that's their problem, they shouldn't be on it if they're going to get triggered. Really? Seriously? It says a lot more about you. I'm not saying you, of course, watching this, but it does. It says a lot about the people, and it's not good. Anyway, wrapping it up. Talk to you on another video. Bye.